we have different genres within TV content. So that would be factual, entertainment, religion, children, education, reversioning, and entertainment. Did I say entertainment? Entertainment. So, factual. In terms of proposing factual programming to the SABC, the first thing you need to understand is that factual programming is not current affairs. Current affairs, it's what's happening here and now. Whereas, because the timelines to the production and the broadcast are longer, you cannot pre-record a program and say it is current affairs if it is not going to be broadcast in the next 24 hours or the next 48 hours. So factual programming is programming that is also timeless, and that's the second last point from the bottom, backing up the facts, the longevity of content. So the longevity of the content within that show means that it is of a factual nature, but it holds through for a period of time. So you do have leeway in terms of for how long does that content stay through. The voice. If you look at the difference in positioning between SABC 1, SABC 2, and SABC 3, you will notice that there's a distinct difference in positioning. SABC 1, the core market is 16 to 24, 25 to 34. The primary language base is Nguni. If you look at SABC 2, it caters for South Sotho, North Sotho, Afrikaans, and a couple of other language mixes in there as well, because there's three free-to-air channels and diversity of at least 11 languages to serve. So, you know, that has to be carefully thought out and followed up. So that's why we also, the endless amount of admin that we do is also sitting with meeting language quotas. So it's a complex numbers game and a percentage of a lot of the things that that we do on a day-to-day basis. You know, how do you determine how much coverage to give a minority language versus a majority language? Is it urban, rural? Is it peri-urban? And so forth. And the last point I want to make about factual is that you need to have an objective voice in factual. So it's highly unlikely you'll find sponsored factual content, because if factual content were to be sponsored, then there will also be bias inside the voice driving that particular narrative. Yes, and when I started on the positioning, I didn't relate SABC 3's positioning. So SABC 3's positioning then is, and this is where living standard measurements noticeably come into play, because then it's LSM 7 to 10, which means that it's the higher income group, also classified as 100% English delivery. That basically means that you're looking more, if I were to characterize it, say in Gauteng, would be more of your northern suburbs appeal. Thanks.